All right, good morning, class. Today being the 9th of October 2020, we are in our second class of discussion on the course AEM 722 Ruminant Animals. At the last class, we had a very interesting discussion on the digestive system of ruminants, how carbohydrates, proteins are digested and absorbed. We have also talked about we have talked about the efficiency with which nutrients are utilized and the difference between the digestive system of the young ruminants and the adult ruminants. We have highlighted advantages of keeping ruminant livestock, as well as the advantage and disadvantages of the digestive system in ruminants. This class is the last class in this course, and I want it to be a discussion session where we can talk about what we have learned, and it will help us to be able to address the final exams that we have in the course. Yesterday, we posted final exam that you need to take for this course, and I want this discussion forum to enable us address some of the issues we have discussed in the course of this course. And so it's not really a presentation on my part, but a class discussion and interaction as to what we have done in the course so far. And I welcome you once again to the class. And I want to say that, should I ask somebody like, who do I call, Marafa, are you there? Marafa, are you there? Okay, we seem to have lost him. I saw him there. Okay, Sinam, can you tell me in summary what you have learned in this course so far? Hello? Okay.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
This course, AEM 722, talks about ruminant animals. And in this class, we learn what are ruminant animals and what are non-ruminant animals. And we learned the advantages we have in ruminant animals. Because when I was a kid, I used to see animals just chewing all the time. I don't know what they are doing, but now in this class, I understand that they are eating something. And we understand a lot of things, the advantages of ruminant animals. And we understand what are the advantages of the waste product of the ruminant animals and a lot of things about ruminant animals.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Abdul Gafar, I want to set up a farm. Supposing I want to set up a farm, probably to raise cattle, and I'm undecided as to whether I should go ahead or not. How can you convince me to actually go ahead and set up a cattle unit? Hello, Abdul Gafar, are you there? Okay, looks like we have lost Gafar. I want to ask Hosai Jatau, if I want to set up a farm for cattle and I'm not too sure whether I should do that or not, how can you convince me to go ahead and raise cattle?
Okay. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Good afternoon, ma.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, fellow participants. If I were to set up a farm now, and if someone was to set up a farm, and I was supposed to advise him on what particular animal to set up, if I got the question correctly,
Yeah.
I would I would advise him to go for one of the ruminant animals, which in the first course we said could be cattle, it could be sheep, it could be goats. Now I would advise him because I would say looking at the uh, type of food they eat and how and their digestive system and how easy you can get this food, which are usually this you call them cods or I can't even remember again. But then these are natural things that grow on the surface of the earth, which are easily accessible. And by that, once you can get a green area, which um, has these things, which has these green shrubs or or natural leaves that this cattle feed on, it wouldn't be hard for you to be able to rear them to a, a time where, of course, you can actually get the products that are gotten from them, which we said in the first class could be meat, could be milk. So looking at it holistically, we can say that it's economically viable, it is easy to rear, and then at the end of the day, it is something that would have byproducts that can be used either by the owner of the farm or can be sold to for economic gains.
Oh,
Thank you.
all right. Thank you. You have been able to highlight some of the advantages ruminant animals have. And I
Points.
believe that in this class, all of us can be able to convince somebody that is undecided as to the kind of business he wants to do in terms of livestock keeping. We should be able to highlight some advantages of keeping ruminants. Marafa, I can see you are back. Can you unmute yourself? Okay. Yeah. We can't really hear you.
Yes, I.
Since I cannot hear you, Marafa, I will ask Israel. Israel, I think we talked a little bit on the difference between the young ruminants and the adult ruminants. What can you say about that?
Okay, good morning, everyone. Good morning, ma.
Good morning.
Um, um, the difference between the young and the adult ruminants will be that when the young is born, their stomach is designed or is their stomach is mainly suited for consumption of milk, and the sizes of the various compartments is suited mainly for the consumption of milk. But as the animal grows, matures, begins to eat grasses and other fibrous contents, the stomach begins to adjust. And then there's a section that I think when the ruminant was still on milk is closed and does not allow for bacteria to and other digestive enzymes to function. But by the time the ruminant matures and
Okay.
fiber begins to move into those other areas of the stomach, those areas begin to develop in such a way that allows bacteria and oxygen and other enzymes to mix. This gives the adult the ability to digest these fibrous materials. So there are certain areas I might not be able to mention their names, which are very little in size as the ruminant is growing, but as they mature, they become larger because that is where most of the activity of digestion takes place. So I think that's the difference between the young and the adult ruminants. The process of development from when they are small to when they get bigger and then are able to digest really what maybe other even non-ruminant animals can digest. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your contribution. I just want to add that the rumen environment is actually anaerobic, so it is actually oxygen free. There is no oxygen within the rumen environment. I think that's what you kind of missed out or kind of get confused about. When the stomach is there, it develops gradually, but let's remember that the rumen is oxygen free and that the bacteria and protozoas that reside in the rumen actually are capable of living in an oxygen free environment and synthesize and are able to break down the beta linkage in forages to be able to release pyruvates and other volatile fatty acids. And Marafa, can you speak to us now? You have a lot of noise at your end. Can you speak to us now? Okay. Abdul Gafar Bello, I can see you. You are in a non-video. Can you speak to us?
Yes, ma'am, I can.
Okay. Can you give me some examples of ruminant animals that are within our environment that we see often?
Yeah, cows, goats, pig. There are some example of ruminant animal.
Okay, I think you are not correct on the pig. Pig is not a ruminant animal. Pig is a non-ruminant animal, also referred to as a monogastric. But all the others
Okay,
that
ma'am.
you mentioned are correct. And I want us to once again remember that the difference between the ruminant and the non-ruminant animal is actually in the digestive system, and the nature of the digestive system also brings about differences in the way and manner feed consumed are handled, as well as in the availability of nutrients in the animal. It also brings about the differences in the efficiency of digestion of the nutrients consumed. Like we said in the previous class, the presence of microorganisms in the rumen enable the digestion of nutrients that other livestock cannot, that are not ruminants, and that there is an advantage of leveling effects of nutrients. Should you feed low quality forages, the microorganisms in the rumen can upgrade that to a higher quality microbial protein that can be utilized by the animal. So this is what we have been able to learn in our class for AEM 722 ruminant animals. I would remind you once again to go back to the virtual learning environment and watch the first and second videos that we have. Look at the lecture notes that you have and be able to attempt your final exam question. This has been posted to you yesterday, and there is a timeline, so you need to do it within the specified time. Otherwise, you will be seen not to write your exams. And so on this note, I want to close the class for today, and we'll meet again some other time. Once again, I remain your facilitator, Grace Jobson. Thank you and have a good day. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye bye.
Thank